Oh man, I hate Mondays.
Nah, man, it's Tuesday.
Wait. What day is it?
You know what day it is? Tuesday. Brewsday, Tuesday.
Oh, fuck yeah. Grab a cold one. It's Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar and Six Pack Store. Here's Drez and Big Nate.
Oh, not only does that sound mean, but this was only, I would say smell-o-vision, but
Yeah.
it's radio. So
Okay.
what's the smelling version of radio? I don't know.
I had the exact same thought as soon as I opened it, just a waft of smell.
Well, of course, you can watch on the Facebook or the YouTube. We are doing the Facebook Live thing here on Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar Restaurant and Six Pack Store in downtown Blacksburg, which is where these beers came from. We did that beer run. I guess now it's been a week and change, 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And you picked out some beers. I picked out some beers. And so now it's the beers that I picked out.
So now it's your turn.
Yeah. So as you can imagine, we're going to be drinking some IPAs. And now before we each will try the beers. These are both beers I haven't had, so I want to try them. So he's drinking one, I drink one, and then off the air we switch. We only pour halvesies. So I'm sure if you're a longtime listener, you've picked up on this. But before we open up the mics, I asked to see if you had a preference, because I really love, obviously, IPAs, but more so the hazy New England style is probably my favorite kinds, obviously in doubles and triples and all that. But are you more of a West Coast kind of guy?
Yeah, I tend to be. It's interesting though, because there was it's a Bell's bumper sticker that I frequently see here and there, and it's if God wanted our beer filtered, he wouldn't have given us livers.
There you go.
So
I can agree with that.
I mean, with Two Hearted Ale being one of my favorites, maybe I don't hold true to it across the board, but I do. There's just something about a crisp, clean IPA, and yeah, so I lean more towards the clearer side of it.
And of course, I'm not dogging on them. I mean, I like all, I like to try everything.
But yeah, as I say, that's not to say that I don't love a good hazy New England style.
Generally, the unfiltered haziness is more so what I'm liking for, and I'm looking forward to trying this one. So this is one. It's called True Action IPA. This is coming from our friends at Dogfish. There's also Trillium logo on here. I don't know if it's some type of a collaboration or something. Continually dry hopped IPA. What's inside? A small batch collaboration with our pals at Trillium. True Action is a hazy IPA continually dry hopped with an iconic blend of hops for maximum juicy flavors and notes of mango, pineapple, and candied citrus. I think that's also maybe one of the things I like about hazies is they do tend to have that more kind of citrusy, fruity, just delicious. This one's coming in at 6.5%. And if you look, you got a guy on there doing the Heisman with the Dogfish Head logo. Oh, right. Right about where I'd say the football would be. So that's kind of cool how they did that. But,
I mean, we're in the wrong season for that, but I feel like they always do good things at Dogfish, and I'm intrigued about that one. But what I'm more intrigued by is the Firestone Walker Hopnosis IPA. I mean, it's like Drez mentioned, it's clearer. It's not completely clear because it is an IPA, and you're never going to find something completely pristine, I don't think. But 6.7% ABV, and one of my new favorite sayings that I never really thought of before now. It says beer before glory on here. There's not a whole lot of description. All you really need is the beer before glory, in my opinion. I don't know if you've run into those scenarios where you maybe have too much and embarrass yourself a little bit, but doesn't matter. I got a beer.
That's what's most important. Let's be honest, man. So are you, you were talking about how you like the things the Dogfish Head does. Are you too familiar with Firestone Walker?
I'm actually not. Before Brewsday Tuesday, I think I'd maybe had one or two Firestone Walker beers. That being said, over the last 2 years, I've definitely had a lot more. I've grown to like them quite a bit. There was a sampler pack I had recently that was pretty
that's
fascinating.
That's a good way to do it, man. They're doing good things with those sampler packs. It used to be, you'd maybe get 3 different beers and you get 4 each. And now you can get some that are the 15 packs where there's 5 different styles and you get 3 each.
It saves me the effort.
phenomenal.
And particularly if I find a brewery that I really like and I want to try more of their offerings and they're not like local, that's the greatest thing to me in the world, is to find a sampler pack of all their different offerings. And they'll get even more specific. I love when they offer like, this is our hoppy pack, so it's going to be all of our IPAs and hoppier beers. I think that they've really kind of cornered the market. I mean, you're not seeing soda companies doing that. Like Coca-Cola's not out here like, hey, here's Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite. I think it's pretty much a niche beer thing, but I love it.
Yeah, well, shoot, I've had 5 different thoughts since you started talking where I could derail this complete conversation, but because that one was most recent, like, what was it? I just heard something about a new, I want to say it's a Pepsi product. Oh gosh, what is it? Something funky. All right. Well, obviously that was the bad path to go down because now I can't even remember what it was, but they're doing something with Pepsi. I don't know. It was like an orange Pepsi or something else. All right. Now I got to
Kyle was in here.
That's what
recently.
it was.
He was drinking orange Pepsi,
like an orange Pepsi, right?
Which was previously, from what I understand, like a Canada only product.
Yeah. Okay.
And, now it's come stateside.
Well, look at this. Wild cherry, lime, no, mango. That's what it was. Mango, berry, and vanilla Pepsis. Okay, we don't need to go down that road. What I was going to get to was back to just, I guess, Firestone Walker. Union Jack was my first introduction to those guys.
Same.
And that's just a damn good beer. So once I had that, then, they also have like, what is it? The Mind Haze, I think, kind of, they have a few series or variations of that.
Mind Haze is
one
of my go-tos in the summer. It's also the one that I think is most readily available. Like I have a harder time finding Union Jack than I do Mind Haze. The gas station up the road sells Mind Haze.
Yeah, that's definitely another good one. So, but yeah, and Union Jack also almost kind of takes it, because at this point we are less than a week away from the 4th of July. And honestly, I had something I was planning on doing for the next show, but then I realized, it's like 4th of July. It's pretty much the 5th of July will be the next show a week from today. So
we can still celebrate.
I feel like we will need to try and, dress and drink accordingly.
We'll have to leave some things in the cooler.
Not sip them all down. Do you have any plans for the 4th? You got anything going on?
So not necessarily the 4th, the 4th being that it's on Monday will probably be my recovery day, but the 3rd, we are going to a pool party cookout at my aunt-in-law's. They have a really nice pool.
Aunt-in-law's. All right. Well, that's not too bad. Yeah. Well, I know that this weekend on the 3rd is that Sugar Ray show. You going to that, man? I think we might have a couple extra tickets.
We
I asked for some staff tickets.
We had to debate, but because of the way the schedule lines up with some other family stuff going on, I will actually have to be out of town. I wouldn't be able to make it. But we were wanting to go to the Sugar Ray show. My wife tells me.
I do plan on going to that, man. I loved Sugar Ray back then. I don't even know if they put out any new stuff. They don't need to. They had a bunch of hits and stuff.
Well,
but
here's
the early stuff was the punk, man. They used to be a punk band.
Yeah. So you know how my wife knows Sugar Ray is Scooby-Doo, the second movie. Sugar Ray was in it.
Oh, really?
At least I think it was the second one where they're on the island.
That doesn't surprise me.
But that's where she knows Sugar Ray from. She's like, I'd go see them. All right, well, okay.
Yeah. See, I would just love it if I went and then they just played like nothing but their first 2 albums and everybody'd be like, what the heck is this? I don't know. And I would just be the sole Sugar Ray fan up there just moshing and having a damn good time.
But I mean, look at the growth from that to like Mark McGrath kind of, I mean, I don't know if he's a household name, but definitely like they've grown quite a bit.
He did one of those, wasn't he?
He was
one of the judges on
or
something,
a judge on
or
one of those
whatever,
reality TV shows.
Yeah, I'm sure he did something. He's gone a long way since the Lemonade and Brownies days.
He's marketed himself incredibly well.
Yeah, either way. Well, I'm hoping to go catch that. So maybe I can give you a full rundown on how disappointed I was that they didn't play. I'm sure they'll play at least one song from Florida. It'll be the song that I hate the worst. That, what is it? Fly, right?
Yeah.
Was that on Florida? Who be having fine?
Yeah, no, I know exactly the song. I think you're right.
That album was the rest of that album was fantastic, but that song. And then that's like, okay, this is our hit.
We're gonna
we'll
keep
just do a
going.
bunch of
Yep.
that, and then that was the end of Sugar Bear.
That's, I mean, you have a really solid single. Sometimes that'll just kill a band.
Yeah. All right, we are digressing. So let's just go ahead and maybe we should
Hold on.
untap these.
I did have a point about Firestone Walker before we went on that. I just now learned, this is really bad. I just now learned that they were a California beer company because of Union Jack. I always thought they were from overseas.
Yeah, I knew that because I think actually, if I didn't go to Firestone Walker, I drank a lot of it over when I was in California on my trip because they're a well distributed beer, and of course, if you go to their home state, they're going to be even better distributed. So, but yeah, they're out of California.
I
Not
learned something today.
not a foreign beer. So we actually could drink that on the 4th, but we're drinking it now. So, and I did, but that is what made me think about the Union Jack. I was like, oh, not quite gonna work for the 4th of July, unless we had like that one fight up PBR or something.
Yeah, we would just have to roast it.
But how's it treating you, man? So what was it called?
Hopnosis
Hopnosis.
IPA. It's really good. I mean, it's really solid. It's crisp. It's refreshing, and it's a great hot day beer. I mean, it's straightforward. There's nothing special going on, which sometimes in an IPA is a great thing. If you're looking for like a straightforward IPA to really kind of define the style, I think this is a good access point. On our Untapped scale, I'm going to give it a 4.
4's a solid rating, man. So I just was looking it up because I'm not, obviously we both know and love Dogfish Head out of Delaware. I'm not so familiar with Trillium. So I just wanted to do a quick around to figure out, maybe where these guys are, but it's too hard to find it on their website. So I'll just look down here. Dogfish Head. Nah, I don't know. Whatever. But they're doing good things, man. Because obviously I do enjoy a good Dogfish Head, and these guys are pretty good too. I really do want to try and find out where they're from. So, locations: Massachusetts, Boston. All right, they're out of Boston. They make good beer in Boston, so it makes sense. But yes, this is what you're looking for, man. A nice hazy. If you're watching the Facebook or the YouTube, I did hold up the glass a little earlier, and it does have, it's not super hazy. It's right there. And it does have those fruity notes too, that are nice. A 6.5% means you can drink it quite a bit. You can drink this bad boy to the cows come home. Plus you got a football guy on there. I like that. I just like everything about this beer. It's very solid. It's what you're looking for. 4.5, man. This gets a Drez stamp of approval. Now we will continue. We usually try and have the higher ABVs for the second segment. That way we're not slurring our words or getting too ridiculous.
Strategizing.
So you can imagine we're going to go up from here. And I didn't only get IPAs because I know that you like to try other stuff too. So I have something else that was at the cellar that I had not had.
I was there. I
intrigued
don't remember
by.
what you grabbed.
Well, because I just threw it in the 6-pack, man. We didn't comb through each other's stuff. So we'll go ahead and take a break. We'll play a tune. We'll come back. We'll drink some more beer because that's what this show is all about. Brewsday Tuesday on 105.3 The Bear. Stick around.
Oh, am I supposed to hit this stop button? Oops.